Welcome back to the Mostly Accurate Podcast. We talk about anything and everything. Check it out.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Mostly Accurate Podcast. This is episode 8, and today we're going to be talking about lighting and how we're going to configure it in the series, and we're going to research into a lot about lighting, and then maybe talk about what's been going on in our lives in the last week.
Alright, well, we can start with the lighting. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. So we have the overhead lights, which are on right now, not at full blast, but and then we have a few other supplementary lamps that aren't on right now because we're going to experiment with it on the podcast so we can get reactions.
Well, what I noticed when we're using the lamps is, at least these lamps, I'm sure nicer lamps don't have this problem, but they only light up the area immediately around them. They don't spread light.
Well, they're not supposed to be for lighting up areas. They're supposed to be for canceling out shadows.
Well, yeah, but even when I tried using these lamps to cancel out shadows in the other room, it's like they're just creating new shadows because the light wouldn't reach far enough.
Well, what I say we do, we look up like a lighting guide, or like I bet there's like just a picture out there that shows you like a basic what would be good, and then we'll try and configure that and see how that goes. Because I know like you're supposed to have like a background light and a foreground, and then like one on you.
It's really complicated.
Looks some pictures, maybe there's some diagrams.
If we use any of them, we probably want to save them so we can show them.
Alright, here's some different ideas. Basically, this one has like 2 lights directly behind the camera, and then another one from the back.
The other one shows that too.
And then this other one, it has the camera, and then a light facing the opposite direction, bouncing off of some sort of reflective surface, and as well as a second light behind us.
So I say, let's try and figure out setting something up.
Well, I think...
Alright, so, yeah, it looks like all of these have a backlight behind us, a key light, and a front light, both behind the camera pointing toward us. That's like the main theme I'm seeing between these diagrams.
Visual of the camera.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that did help.
Alright, we'll call it a day. Thank you. See you in the next episode.
I feel like we can put this one back here, use it as our backlight.
I said we use this bar light as the backlight.
On the camera, it looks really like glowing.
The bar light isn't intense enough.
What do you mean?
It's very dark. It's not very. There's not a lot of lighting power. Oh, I actually like this.
Okay.
Set up that other black lamp behind something.
Oh, thanks for the black lamp. I knew they were a good investment.
Like set it on the floor, pointed up.
We've reached a point in the lighting where we think it's a little bit better, and now we just want to think about like where exactly we should sit, how we should be arranged, and maybe even like should we be at a different part because we're worried about this being a little bit too busy.
It definitely is too.
Hold on, I'm gonna set this up as like I would if
It's a lot.
as if I was sitting here. Okay.
I have a video for us to watch about lighting later.
As-
You want me to sit there?
Clint, angle your chair more
Which way?
towards Ezra. No, towards the desk.
Quick, go to that room.
Can we like?
I like where Dewey is right now. That's nice.
Ah, rats! If that stuff wasn't over there, that'd work great.
No, I think this works great, doesn't it?
Hold on.
It just covers that.
What if you two are like kind of over here?
Actually, hold on.
What if?
What if this is our symbol? This is our logo.
I don't know. I kind of like the logo we have. It's like.
Okay, hold on. This mostly works. That lamp needs to move a little bit, but other than that,
Wait, this lamp?
no, the one behind. Well, yes, that lamp, but the one that's on. But other than that,
All the lamps that are on are way over there.
This one.
oh, that one.
This one?
What if we?
And the whole mess on the ground needs to move, but besides that,
Hi, guys. Alright, we've reconfigured our chairs a little bit. I should probably stop swinging around.
that was why did we switch?
Why did we switch? Because I wanted to sit in this chair.
Oh.
And you were sitting in that chair. McAllen's sitting in that chair. Anyways, we've reconfigured the chairs a little bit. We've worked the lighting. I think we like what we have right now quite a bit. We aren't really going to do our regular podcast today.
I feel like this
Are we-
is supposed to be our regular.
I thought we were.
I thought this
What?
is our regular podcast.
Okay, never mind. I won't say that.
Yeah, as it was wrong. Don't listen to him.
Sorry.
All right, let's start off. What we didn't talk about?
Are we going into just like anything now?
Yeah, let's dive in.
I guess so.
Well, we already talked about the lighting.
We've talked about the lighting. Anything happened last week that you would like to talk about?
Clint got shot.
Clint got shot.
No, I did not.
Aww.
My sources
Hey,
were
rats.
wrong. My sources were wrong.
Um,
Start. We can go around in a circle. So we'd start from the edges. Start Clint.
Alright.
He takes longest to think though.
Now, so yesterday, I went to a Snow Isle interview. So Snow Isle is like a technical school that is available for like juniors and seniors from a bunch of different schools all around our area. They can go there and get like direct education for whatever career they choose. So basically, I went to interview for the aeronautics program. Seems pretty cool. And the teachers were cool. Seems like a pretty good curriculum. And in order to pass the class, you have to get a 85%, which is like a B. But if you pass, the cool thing is that you can go directly to Boeing, which is like right down the street from the school actually. And you can go there. You don't have to do any interview processes. Just based on the fact that you passed that class, you're guaranteed a job, which right after the Boeing strike is now starting at $64,000 a year.
that is a really solid salary for coming straight out of high school. Wow. That's really interesting. I've been rethinking, like, I don't know if I wanted to Running Start or Snow Isle.
Actually, I was rethinking my decisions as well.
About what were you going to do?
Well, I was originally going to do Running Start.
So was I, and I'm thinking, like, maybe I need to think about my other options. Like, should I do Snow Isle? Should I, like, research other things?
Well, because my thought process is like, okay, so I had to take a step back and I had to be like, all right, this is what I'm doing now. This is what I want to be doing for the rest of high school. This is, where I want to be after high school. So what am I doing now? Right, I'm going to like semi-normal high school with our like program and then JROTC. And then what I thought I wanted to be doing was going to Running Start. But then I started thinking like, all right, what do I want to be doing after high school, right? Going into the military, and then after that, probably being like a lineman or something. So how is a college degree going to help me, be a lineman? And so I was like, that's a good, like, that's more of like a apprenticeship type of deal, like, to get into the electrical stuff. So I wouldn't really need the degree. And I was, further thinking like, okay, if I want to start my own business, I might need a degree. But then like, okay, based on the fact that I've done this, and I've done all this stuff when I was a youth. I've been in the military for X amount of years. I've been at this job for this long. If I go to start a business, I do need to take out a loan or something like that. They're gonna look at all the rest of the stuff and be like, well, he doesn't, have a degree, but he's done all this other stuff, and so we might feel more comfortable giving it to him. And so I was like, okay, Snow Owl. I didn't really think about Snow Owl because I wasn't interested in it. I just feel like there's other stuff I wanted to be doing instead. And so I think what I'm gonna do is, because I won't have any more math to do after this year.
Because we're going up to Algebra 2.
Because we're gonna finish Algebra 2. And then I'll only have one more foreign language credit to get, and like some other random stuff I can get, and most of it I can do like through the offsite stuff and the stuff I'm already doing. So basically, I can take like 2 classes next year and 2 classes the year after that plus JROTC, and then be done with high school. So I'd be able to spend a lot more time doing JROTC, which is something I want to do, instead of going to Running Start and getting a degree that I don't really know what I want to do with it and might not use. And then if I'm like in the military and I'm like deciding, okay, either while I'm in there I can decide I want to get a degree and they'll pay for it, or when I get out I can decide I want to get a degree and they'll pay for it, so it's going to be free, mostly free obviously, either way. So I feel like using it now when I don't really know what I want to do might be like a waste of it.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It's
Plus the working is the other thing, because it'd make it a lot harder. Math is the main thing that takes up so much of my time. If I have to do more of that, and at a college level, I feel like I won't have very much time. It won't give me enough time to like have an actual job. Which if I did have a job, that's like I'm not saying I have the same job for the next 2.5 years, but like consistent. Like if you work through, like I'll have something put on a resume if I wanted to.
I was talking with my counselor last time we had a meeting, and she was like, I want you to get Algebra 2 done before spring, before I sign up for classes for Running Start. And I was like, okay. And that was before I had started Algebra 2. And now that I'm into it, it's like, I don't know if I can realistically do that. And even progressing, because I would be taking classes this summer, probably math 95, whatever math I would be put into.
95?
I don't know.
It should be 100 something. Anything below the 100s is not college level, I'm pretty sure.
Anyways. Whatever is after, I think it would be pre-calc. I would be doing that over the summer, and I just mentally, I don't know if I want that.
Dylan just said too that.
Look, when we were going over the math lessons in class, the pre-calculus stuff, I don't know what they were doing, but just looking at it, it seemed like it would be pretty straightforward.
Well, like even looking at Algebra 2, it looked straightforward, but
I feel like the pre-calculus stuff looked more straightforward than the algebra stuff.
Dylan did say that it'd be hard to do that over the summer, not because you couldn't complete it, because you wouldn't like retain some of the stuff. It's like doing geometry over the summer. Could I use the fundamental skills of geometry to figure stuff out? Yes. Am I going to be like a master of geometry and be able to help you with all your homework? Probably not.
No, I did geometry over the summer too. Actually, I haven't gotten it signed off. I still have 1 unit left to do. No, not 1 unit, one like square left to complete. But I need to sign that in, and I just don't feel like I retained it. And I don't know if I don't believe that I need to go above Algebra 2 for where I want to go in life. And that's like another thing. Where do I want to go in life? I don't know. With Snow Isle, I could actually imagine myself applying those skills a lot better than what I would be doing at Running Start. I think with Running Start, it's a good financial decision for a lot of people because it's 2 years of college that you don't have to pay for. And it's like getting your AA degree. But I just don't know if that would apply to what I want to do. Because like before, I was thinking, I was pretty set I was going to be Air Force National Guard. And I don't know if I'm going to do that anymore. I don't know if I'm going to go into any branch of the military.
Interesting.
Because I've been doing a lot more thinking about like what my future looks like, and it's really confusing.
I've always had like parts of my future planned out. Like I always knew like I want to do this and then this and then this, and then I'm just trying to like figure out how to get there. Cause like ultimately, I want to do like some ranching stuff, but like I need money to start that out, and so I'm like, how am I gonna make the money? And I think like being a lineman, it's a lot of money in there, and then potentially that would let me start a business, which more money, then I could take that and invest into like property and stuff. But then you also I want to have a family and things like that. So it's like balancing all these things.
I would say, in my life, I would love to have animals, but that's expensive. I mean, of course, you're producing your own food, so you're technically saving money, but you're
I
not
don't
really.
really say saving money.
You're not saving money, but if you were to pay for the same amount, like the same quality stuff that you would be getting, and it's about the love of having animals and like doing things like that.
We should have used that as a table. I didn't realize it was just standing up like that.
I don't think that would have worked.
I
Do you
feel-
see how unstable that is?
It would have worked. I feel like it would have worked. I'll show you guys later. But
Anyways.
I think it would have worked. But yeah, I feel like I don't know how much you know about like the animals and stuff like that, but like how many head of cattle do you think you're gonna eat per year? Just like give me a rough estimate. Give me a rough estimate.
As a family of five,
Yeah, just how would your
family of five, one.
one? I feel like higher.
One to two, depending on your beef consumption.
I was thinking about like four, but okay.
4? Do you think so? Maybe my family doesn't eat a lot of beef.
If you eat beef every day.
But yeah, of course if you're eting beef every
Yeah,
day.
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Like
well-
if that you're growing your own food, so that's gonna be your main protein source.
Right.
Like if you're like going in that or whatever, like you're gonna need more sheep if you're gonna do that. If you're gonna eat like sheep or like more goats, anything smaller. But like so you have like pretend it's 4, right? Then if you grow like 40 and then sell the rest, then it's like okay, you're making money. But obviously I'm using like low numbers here. It's just more profitable the more there is, and like so I feel like if you're gonna do the animal thing, like to make it worthwhile, you have to like be selling some as well.
Yeah, that's true. I know there are a lot of like smaller scale farms around here that are actually doing pretty well because the local community really supports that. But I don't know what it's gonna look like. I don't know what the economy or the housing market or land like owning property is gonna look like.
Are you
It's
interested?
not that far off, but go ahead.
Are you interested in staying in Washington or moving somewhere else?
I am interested in staying in Washington. It has really good like farmland, and it's good for livestock, and all my family's here except like some in other but you get it.
Yeah.
Most of my family's here, but I'm willing to explore other options. I think it would just be good for me to stay here.
Based on like geographical considerations, weather, that type of stuff, right? I actually really like Washington, specifically Western Washington. Alaska is also kind of pretty interesting for me, but like politically and all that stuff, I don't like Washington.
I like Washington because I'm able to stay out of it. It's easy for me to stay like I don't in my daily life. I'm not running at any rallies. I'm not running at any like protests.
I
You know
just
what
don't.
I'm saying?
I just don't like having my personal liberties infringed on in general. Like if I'm limited to something I feel like I shouldn't be limited to, and somewhere else affords me the option to be limited on something or to not be limited on something that I believe like fundamentally I should or should not be allowed to have, or other people should or should not be allowed to have, I'd rather move to that other place. And so, for me, I've never really wanted to stay in Washington a whole lot. Like when I was little, I didn't really think about it very much, but like past few years, I really like the way Eastern Washington feels. I really like going down to Western Virginia. Really enjoyed that area. Like humidity wasn't that bad, guys.
It wouldn't be that bad if I was like used to it.
I bleached my part of my pants because they're like the unzip ones. We went down there for the Sky Jamboree and took the bottoms off, so I had the shorts on. And when I put the bottoms back on, a completely different color. So won't be doing that again. But yeah, originally I wanted to go to Oklahoma, but
I've heard. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go in there. But somewhere around that area.
Somewhere in
Hopefully.
like the southern states.
Yes,
Very interesting.
that's yeah.
I would be interested in moving to a southern state, but I've never been to the south or the east coast, so I don't know anything. I'm going to the east coast soon. I guess it could be Canada. I don't think Virginia is really the south, but it certainly parts of it are Canada. So right.
I'd say so.
Anyways, point is, I've never been down there before.
Were the Confederates
So-
there or not?
Oh.
Well, I mean, I have a point.
What are your opinions on Alaska? You didn't seem very
My grandma came from
pro
Alaska.
Alaska.
My grandma lives in Alaska.
My grandma came from Alaska.
Came from Alaska.
Grandpa,
I guess my great grandma came from Alaska, and then my grandma is now living in Alaska.
You just not like living in Alaska? Just
I
not-
can't. I've never been there. I've never been there,
That's fair.
but I can't imagine the winters, from what I've heard from my grandma,
Well, I
the
feel
winters
like,
are awful.
I feel like
like-
the winters wouldn't be awful everywhere in Alaska. I feel like there's some really bad parts and some okay parts.
No good parts.
You've been
Just-
saying I feel a lot lately.
good parts.
Like, I don't. That seems just kind of like a guess.
I don't know.
But I don't know. Do you know how bad the crime rates are in Alaska? It's
Well,
really
okay.
bad. It's really bad.
But I wasn't really like thinking about living in a city in Alaska.
Not a city.
Western Mon-
Well,
Ever,
like
I mean, I guess
there's like a lot of like little islands that people buy there, and they just have like.
you're gonna
their
buy
own
an
little-
island in Alaska.
I think
Not-
you're
not-
thinking
not
of Hawaii. I think you're
No,
thinking of Hawaii.
not Hawaii.
Oh, tropical. I've heard the winters are a little bit rainy, but no. Alaska would
I'm
be
not saying
interesting.
I'm not saying it would be like easy to live in Alaska through the winter, but like I think it would be a cool place to live.
It would be a cool place to live, but I think it would be really tough, and I think it would be hard to make a living down there.
Oil. There's a lot of oil fields down there.
So yeah, just grab a shovel.
They,
and head out there.
they like destroy parts of that place with the
Yeah.
oil fields. So I'm sure you could find. You could be a look at this guy. He could be a rigger. Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, but at that point you're just
The fatality rates on this oil.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
And there's also like Massachusetts, because iRacing's based out of Boston.
Go ahead, keep going.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of
You want to go to Boston Tech?
a lot of things are based out of Boston.
Donuts?
Or that kind of like area.
I can imagine you moving somewhere like in the upper right corner of the United States.
He looks like an upper right corner.
He looks like a lobster. He's
Yeah.
gonna make
Lobsters are good.
I've never had a lobster.
Lobsters are delicious.
You are what you eat, so that makes sense. Don't they have like little whiskers?
You know, it's funny. We've talked about talking about places to move on the podcast. So, you know, we're kind of circling around that, and
I
it's
feel like
interesting.
every time I bring that up, you just like don't say anything.
It just seemed like kind of like I don't know. It just seemed like a weird topic, but it showed up naturally. And it's good.
I've been saying
like,
the whole time.
you could have like said, it seems like a kind of weird topic. It's just like
Maybe it will show up naturally instead.
And it did.
Um,
Look at us now. Do you think the camera's tilted?
it looked.
Imagine this entire thing. It was like tilted like this.
no, it is.
It looks really tilted. But
Let's just
I'll try.
edit it. You can just like shift it in post.
It's hard to tell without standing like right behind it.
Yeah.
Get a
just
mirror.
tilt it.
Get a mirror.
I don't know. I think it's tilted, but
I don't know. It's not obvious.
Yeah.
If
Thing?
you try, if it's too bad,
I
you
think
can
it-
try and fix it in post.
Well,
'cause-
it's clearly tilted, right? I don't think it looks too tilted.
okay. If it's too bad, will you try and retilt it?
Yeah.
Because I know you can do that in like Premiere Pro. But what do you use?
He does not have.
I use the built-in
CapCut.
Microsoft one. No. It's called Clipchamp. It's actually really easy to use.
CapCut, Clipchamp.
I don't name these things.
I'm glad it's easy to use. I'm glad you like it. I use Premiere Pro because the school gives it to us for free, or at least anybody who's been in like photography class gives you all of Adobe Cloud. But
We should get those briefcases. I really think it's the briefcases,
do you think so?
but like hard
Ooh.
shell ones, not the soft ones.
I was actually like, I was thinking about like backpack alternatives for school. I don't know why, but like messenger bags, like
Now that's dorky. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, that's lame.
No, keep
No,
going.
no,
I want to
no,
hear
no.
you out. I want to hear you out.
Not any messenger bag, but like
Oh,
they have some like tactile looking ones, kind of like mine or backpacks. I'm not gonna be carrying it on my shoulder.
I think that's just a duffel bag, isn't it?
No, not a duffel bag. It's like it's compartmentalized.
I like the idea of the briefcase.
I like the idea of a briefcase, but with you guys carry so much stuff in your backpacks. How would you?
I feel like it would force us to limit ourselves.
Yeah, I wonder. We should
Well,
go through
'cause,
your
like-
backpacks and see what
see-
you actually keep in there. Because I feel like some of the stuff you keep in there is like.
Well, 'cause, like,
Why are you keeping 54 to paracord? No, I'm kidding.
I do not have paracord in my bag.
Anymore.
No, I never did.
Really.
Well, like when I go camping.
Oh, this guy.
No, that's fair.
That's
But my
different.
point is, I wonder how much stuff you actually keep in there that you need. Like, I'm
Alright,
big on
well-
the practical minimalism, like not throwing stuff away, like just to throw stuff away. Not throwing stuff away. Not like minimizing things just to minimize it, but like minimizing things so it's actually like better for your daily life and better to use.
I see.
Which is
See,
why I
just-
call it
just like-
practical minimalism.
See, my problem with the backpack is, at least for my organizational system, I can't like quickly put stuff in there, take stuff out. I have to open up to like really get to anything.
Yeah, my zipper's broken. I really hope we get those new backpacks.
Because I can get like a pencil really quick, but that's about it.
Mhm.
Well,
I can't.
well, that's my main compartment. Everything else is like easy. Yeah, briefcases. Anyway, so
Mhm.
I get what you guys were saying about the messenger bag, but like I like the practicality of one, but I agree I wouldn't like want to be seen carrying those around.
He
I've been trying to find one.
He likes the
that
way the
looks-
cat headphones feel
No.
when he
No.
What do you want to be seen wearing?
Do you give him a Cuban chain? Yes, he does.
Is he iced?
He's-
Is he gonna get iced? I didn't mean that. You're not illegal.
But so basically, I've been trying to find one that like looks decent, and no matter what, I'm not wearing.
I
it
don't
on
think
my shoulder.
tactical is the move. I think we go.
Okay,
What do
I
what
found-
do they call it? Like masculine office, like
yeah,
like leather,
Yeah,
like leather
I
shells.
found one. I kind of like how it looks. It's leather,
Mhm.
has one big compartment, and then like a couple smaller like pouches on the
Mm.
front.
You could
I don't know.
put a computer in every pouch.
No, you can fit like a cell phone in each of the pouches, like several stacked.
Okay, briefcase.
It-
It's like a hard
He was
shell.
trying to
It's
get to
leather.
his bag.
No pockets on the.
Jerry,
Jerry.
leave it.
Maybe we
No
should-
pockets on the outside.
Interesting.
No pockets on the outside, and we just
Interesting. I searched for
have like a paper area inside.
Amazon. The first thing that comes up is wafer.
I hate when that
It's
happens.
ads.
Hey, bro. I beat him enough.
I think we need to figure out some like.
Like, yeah, he's a dog. He's an old dog.
How old is he? 13?
8, 9, 10.
Seem
8 and 10 are two different things.
Yeah.
8 plus 10 is 18.
He's like 10.
Can you start adding your ages? Like, I was once 8 and once 10, henceforth.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think they should be exponential. Like, you're 1, then you're 2, then you're 4, then you're 8, then you're 16.
Is that your mother's voice?
Special guest! Yell mom really loud.
No.
How did I recognize his mom's
Alright.
voice?
I don't think this is the exact one.
Oh!
This isn't the exact
Oh,
one.
we are not talking about. Look up like vintage 80s briefcase.
No!
I just said this is not the exact one.
That
Okay.
should not be an example for the one you wanted.
That is not. That's like a satchel.
That one's better. That one's better.
Oh, this one?
That's better than what you had. Were you going for Dora the Explorer?
No.
Look up briefcase.
I was going for briefcase, but like
With a
not
strap.
briefcase. I'm not using the strap.
What time is it?
It's
Oh, okay, good. I still have plenty of time.
So it's been fun, but
Is that your mom?
We need to figure out something with the background noise. There's a lot today in particular.
We execute them?
Yeah. Yeah.
on camera. Everybody come down!
We have a surprise, and then we leave the room.
And so are you going for like brown leather or black leather?
Black leather.
Black leather. Oh,
Brown leather?
I feel
That just. I don't know. I like the black leather more for the briefcase idea.
all your leathers should
Are you
match.
going for like full briefcase?
Yes, that's what I want.
exactly.
Interesting.
But look at that in brown, because I hear that could be good.
With like silver.
But not all browns are the same.
I like that. See, that's
Oh,
good.
that's brass.
It is $400, but that's okay. It's okay.
Can we go to Goodwill? Do we have enough time to walk to Goodwill in this episode?
For sure. Yeah.
We have 27 minutes left. We do not have enough time.
I know we don't have enough time.
I think we do have enough time. I'll fight you.
Okay. Leather briefcase. Okay, think
Alright,
about
well, so
everything you carry in your backpack. What do you actually fully need?
we'll see. All the stuff in my backpack, I've had situations where I could need it, or where I did need it. Are we just going through our backpacks now?
Yeah, we are.
I definitely. I mean, I would say that I would
Okay.
appreciate some weight reduction.
Okay, Clint first.
All right, so.
Do you want me to bring out the scale?
No, you know how much it weighs.
All right, electrical tape. I actually do use this.
Why
stuff.
is that in another container?
Why do you have electrical tape in your backpack though?
It makes sense for JRTC cadets, specifically drill cadets.
Well, explain it. Do you need so much?
Yes.
We actually do use it quite frequently.
Okay.
Deodorant. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, you could get a smaller stick.
I could.
I don't see why not.
That requires spending money.
All right, very important. Constitution.
See, here's where we're getting. Just memorize.
That will fit in there though. Like that's not.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
You're right.
Cough drops, Dramamine. Both practical things. All right.
Practical, but not necessary.
I feel like Dramamine is necessary because, like, if you're stuck on a bus for several hours and you just aren't having it, all right.
Come on, man.
Just bring like cocaine or something.
Why the cough drops?
Oh.
Okay, we're getting into like
Okay,
what might
okay.
not need.
We'll put that in-
make
put that on the
two piles.
Bottom rung, bottom rung.
We do not need Dramamine. It's okay.
We definitely need Dramamine. Maybe you don't get motion sick, but other people do. Playing cards?
Put that on the bottom rung.
No, I feel like
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. It's like a tier list.
it's a tier list. All right, gloves. I
You
don't
do
know
not.
what
Why do you
to
need
say.
gloves?
Definitely.
Those are not going on the top.
Why do you need gloves? What do you use gloves for?
Sometimes there's like community service events held after school.
Ventias. I've never put gloves on for any of those, and I
I mean,
picked some nasty stuff.
I really don't think you need.
Well, that's you. You've
Okay.
eaten candy from behind vending machines.
That's not
These
necessarily
are
true.
straps. These are straps to like go to.
That was
the
taken out of
backpack, so
context.
These are like completely relevant.
Mhm.
All right. My favorite compartment. These definitely are staying. Not this.
The pinnacle of unnecessary.
Okay. So here we got Ethernet cables, USB-C cables, USB mini cables, SATA cables, wall charging bricks, mouse, cables, cable ties, USB-C to HDMI adapter. I don't remember what this system's called, but it goes it adapts to HDMI.
Okay, you know what? I can already tell you only need two of those
Earbuds.
things in there.
2 sets of earbuds.
Yeah, why do you need 2 sets of earbuds and the headphods?
The
Pick one.
Well, the earbuds are in here because like they're just already in there, right?
Okay.
And then I have cables that correspond to this. I have an HDMI.
You have cables that correspond to this?
I do. And then, this is actually really useful. It's a audio to USB-C adapter.
How often do you use that?
I used to use it all the time.
Well, I used to use a diaper all the time, but that doesn't mean I should still carry one around in my backpack.
I feel like that's different.
Is that another pair of gloves?
Those are drill gloves.
I've never seen you. Those are weightlifting gloves.
No, those are my gardening gloves.
Alright.
Swear.
And then we have the hard drive. I use this all the time, so
You do?
that's staying. I do. And then we got thumbsticks or thumb drives.
Thumbsticks.
Thumb drives.
You've got some human thumbs in there. Okay.
Alright,
Thumb drives. Do you use those all the time?
I don't remember what's on each of them, but I do use them.
Are they all have stuff on them?
Not all of them. It's good to have
Okay.
a
Point is, you
Uh,
might need like 4 of the items.
an
in
SD card, more USB-C cables. I don't know why. But,
I don't know why. No, I feel like you need to separate that all out.
no.
That just goes on in the middle. That goes.
That goes in the middle to decide.
Wait, can I see it?
I feel like this is staying.
No. No, there's so much stuff in there you don't need.
I want to look at it.
Just don't move anything around. Tissues, first aid kit.
Put
I feel
them
like,
on-
I feel like these go together.
It's a small first aid kit. If that's, do you use it ever?
Well, do you use your first aid kit all the time?
No, but I'm
Do you
saying,
still want to have a first aid kit when you need it?
are you ever in a place that doesn't have a first aid kit?
Occasionally.
Where?
Where do you take this backpack
The
to?
bus has a first aid kit. Every school you go to has a first aid kit. The wilderness doesn't, but that's camping. That doesn't count. That's separate. You're not going to go camping on a whim. I hope not. You might.
Alright, trash bag. This had more. This had more of a purpose when I carried to change the clothes, and to change the clothes makes more sense with JRTC cadets because sometimes wearing our uniform, we're not allowed to leave school in uniform. Sometimes you have to go somewhere like that you weren't planning, right? So this made sense at one point.
Hold on,
But
wait.
why are you putting it on the top if it
Oh,
made
hold on.
sense?
Well, because it still
still
makes
makes
sense. It still
Hold
makes
on, guys. Wait a minute.
He's Ash Ketchum.
Oh yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. This might be actually just going through Clint's backpack the entire time.
Alright, so those actually are for drill because
Haste,
I
haste,
need-
post haste.
I need my
More
fingers-
haste though.
I need my fingers to like operate the rifle. Do you need them?
Have you ever worn those?
I did try it and I didn't really like it. It was like I don't know. The seams hurt doing drill, so
You don't.
they were kind of just in there. Now this is all like actual school stuff, so
Do you need all the actual school stuff though?
I wish not.
Do you actually need that many?
Normal pencil case stuff.
Gun.
Got a ruler that's Jackson proof. You can't break it.
Really?
Don't say it.
Okay.
Do you need to? Do you ever use a ruler?
I bent a metal ruler like this one time.
I do use the ruler.
Okay, keep on talking.
All right.
Stop that. That's loud.
Notebooks. I use both of these.
Alright.
Binder, and then
Oh, pull up
And
this
then math
go gadget binder real quick.
all right. This binder is actually really useful.
I'm sure it is. It'll match your mail carrier so well.
Alright, the idea behind the mail carrier was a briefcase that's compartmentalized.
It has straps.
I'm not using the straps. I would carry it by the handle.
Alright.
Alright. Alright. Now, when I got this, it made even more sense. I used this for CCA, really helpful, as Rena's talking about.
Yeah.
But the nice
Do
thing
you ever
is,
have one of those?
a lot of people have had one of these. But it's true. It's true.
The teacher.
There's a convention. we meet in New Orleans every year.
Alright, here. Go through it.
The point is,
There's 16
See-
of us. Sorry, keep going.
the point is, it like contains my papers so that they're not like all over my backpack.
But how is that
like
not
other
fun?
students? What? Well, because it has the zipper, so like.
My stuff
The
doesn't
point
fall
is-
out of my backpack.
I'm not saying it'd fall out of my backpack. So I'm saying
I guess it's just a binder with a zipper. Okay.
But
Is it falling?
it also has these like folders for like spare papers I don't want to do anything with. I can just shove them in there.
Okay.
Alright. And then that's just my math stuff. I'm required to carry that around.
Okay. Alright, take this off. Stephanie, away. I'll go through mine. So you can do this.
I'm gonna double check that we didn't miss anything. And then water bottle.
Alright. Current pencil case is this blue guy here. Open this up.
This pencil case? Is there
Well, this is,
Do you carry multiple
I have
pencil cases?
what's this called? Protract? No, not protract.
Compass.
Compass.
Mm-hmm.
Two different colored Sharpies. One is supposed to be red, but I lost my red one. One pen. And these little things. This actually has mints in it. This has like a multi-tool in it and some matches.
Okay.
This is empty.
Okay, well, yeah, just whatever.
So I say like moderate.
So everything in there seems pretty necessary.
I feel like moderately important.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
I'm not ridiculous.
Yours is impatient.
I'll finish it. This is, I have one of these, like, except for mine says my name and my phone number on it because I don't want to lose it. And I cut the strap off because
I just don't believe it.
Anyways, open that up. I have headphones that I keep in the case,
Smart.
as they should be, and an adapter for my phone. I have a bunch of USB-C sticks, which hold on, let me put it back to 10. Hold on, I just got two more. Let me put those in there.
Where did you get to?
These are very essential to the work I do here at JRTC. In this top bag, I have these bands that I got from the orthodontist that are supposed to come out of my backpack.
Those are important.
Well, they're supposed to come out of the backpack. This is just random notes for a math test, an old math test.
See, you have a lot of papers that like you used to need, but you don't.
Well, no, this is stuff that I might need to study. And then this is Clint's paper I was supposed to be peer reviewing, but I didn't. So these
Nobody
aren't
really
these
cares
are-
about peer reviews.
important. And then I have my pencil in here. This is important. It's the only part of the pencil case I actually use. Moving into here, we have a constitution.
Obviously.
When did who gave those to you?
Calculator, a pencil I was needing to get rid of, a leadership card, which is, it doesn't take up any space. And then in here I have Spanish notebook, science notebook I don't use, and 2 empty notebooks, but one says critical thinking on it. So,
Oh, okay. That
so
was real important. Just as
I
a
might
reminder.
use them for spare paper, so I'll sit them down there.
Okay.
Kind of dirty in there. I feel like mine's more reasonable so far.
Yes.
And then in here, I have a folder for JROTC work. I have graph paper. I have these are handouts we get for our science tests that we need to keep for the next ones. Book I'm supposed to be reading for school, and a smaller graph paper if I don't need it, the large one. This is my school binder, and then this is my math books. And then in the back here, arguably the most important thing is a water bladder.
How often do you use that?
I have never used it once before.
I've never used it once before.
Somebody else uses it. He doesn't know.
Oh,
Listen,
someone else you know, a stranger?
I cleaned it.
All right.
I put alcohol in it and
Is that it?
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all it. I need to put my science notes or handouts back in the science book. And it all fits in there. It's not overloaded, but I'd be happy to get a new backpack because
Okay.
this one's broken.
Let's see.
You've gone through 2 back.
We've got a
In
clipboard,
2 years.
jumbled papers on it, and then we have a commonplace school book. That's just where I put random notes, and then I have a math notebook that I'm using right now, and a math notebook that I was using before, so I can get rid of that one. We're not getting rid.
File.
File. I have my laptop, keeping that. Throwing that away in the garbage. No. And then I have my binder with almost only the essential papers in it. I have my math notebook. I have 2 books for school. I have a blank yellow notebook. Yellow notepad. Sorry. I have. Where did this? Oh, this is from school. I should.
You stole that.
Well, take that back.
Technicality, you stole it.
And then
He
moving on.
intends on giving it back, but he just threw it in the bottom.
Nothing in that. Nothing in that pocket. And then last pocket, I have a calculator, and then my pencil bag with a highlighter, 3 different colors of pen, blue, red, and black, and then a pencil
And a new pencil.
and an eraser, and then that is everything. Shall we weigh? Oh, and then
Weigh.
a water bottle.
Because he's a nerd.
What?
No,
I'm
some
sorry, you have a
people-
water sack in a pouch of water. Actually, it doesn't even hold water. I'm talking about a pouch that maybe holds water at some point.
It definitely held water at some point, I assume.
Okay, now we're gonna weigh all the backpacks, see who's lightest. But I really don't think weighing appropriately sees who has the least things in their backpack because it's weighed,
It's just.
distributed differently. It's just interesting to see.
Well, but it's all on the scale.
It's all on the scale. Can you rip that in half?
So. So, Jordan Jackson, your bags are exactly the same.
What are they?
What?
18.6
Pounds?
Both?
pounds.
This is 18 pounds? What?
Pounds.
I said pounds 3 times.
It says pounds.
I feel weak. What's yours?
23.
23?
Okay. Tie and then 23.
Yeah.
Well, you can't
But-
rip into each individual page and then tear it, then pretend you tore it.
We'll edit it out.
Make a cut. Oh look! Oh, I did it! Oh!
For the audience! For you! Some. Oh, they didn't explode. Stop! Did you need this?
Did I? What does it say?
What is it?
It looked important. Now we have napkins.
Then we have a trash can.
Can I please start a fire in there?
You cannot.
Please. I'll put it on a non-flammable surface.
No. On the wood table.
I'll put it on plastic. Please.
No.
Are you gonna stop me if I do?
Yes. What do you mean? Am I gonna stop you if we do?
Alright.
Is that all?
Yeah, I feel like we should start wrapping this episode up though.
Alright.
I don't think it's as long as we think though, because we did a lot of lighting. But let's wrap.
Well, but also I have to leave soon.
Should we have someone else outro?
I don't know. Bye.
Thank you
Thank
guys. Go ahead.
Who's going? Raise your hand if you're going. Okay. Thank you guys. We should all do it at once. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys for watching the Mostly Accurate podcast. Please tune in for the next episode. This was episode 8.
Catch you next time.